of course.
Hide the eyeball from
My
Michael so
computer.
he doesn't see the eyeball.
Yeah, I don't see it on when I'm on other people's.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome
Hello,
in.
everyone. Welcome in, everyone.
Look who we have. He showed up on our doorstep.
I was lost.
This is his 1 year
I
anniversary
was
with us.
lost and I came back home.
Yay! Because we had people in here at 3:50 this afternoon. They're just excited to see us.
Oh, sorry, I'm moving my monitor so I can see better. There we go.
That was Pam.
Yeah. There. Okay.
Tank.
I don't know why my eyes always start watering when we go live.
I know my nose always starts running when I go live.
It's like anxiety just.
Hi, Wanda.
But once you get on here, it's all over with. Just start laughing.
Wait till the sneezes come.
Well, you better have your Depends on. I'm just saying.
Did I go pee before I started?
I did, but with the nervousness, I probably could do it again.
Right.
Hi, Regina. Welcome in.
We got Pam in the house. She was front row. Says, I'm here.
Pam's always front row.
Hi, Izzy. Welcome in.
Don't forget those love, please. Don't forget to hit those love thumbs. Do the Fonzie and go, hey.
How do you do it? Okay.
I don't have that phone where it'll do all kinds of stuff.
I don't have none of that turned on because I take into account people like Sunita, with epilepsy.
Yep.
So I don't keep any of that turned on.
Hey, Ellen.
And Sandra is here.
Hi, everybody.
Becca and Gracie, Renelle.
Hey, Regina. Crochet done my way. Wanda.
Hi, Beth.
Renelle.
And Oodles. And Izzy, hello if you're with Grandma.
Oodles and caboodles.
Hello, Andrea.
Andrea.
And Carrie. Hello, welcome in. She's working on mesh market bags. Woohoo!
Ooh, joy. I got to create a new one.
There's Panda. Hey, Sweet Pea.
That he would be here.
Happy Tuesday.
He's got to see his man on the screen.
He's here for you two, not me.
Oh, no. No. He's giving you support. He's like, look at that guy up there between them two girls. Doesn't he look fine?
He's holding us up.
Maybe 20 years ago I did.
Oh, I love it. We can have fun like that.
I know, right?
Hello, Samantha. Good to see you. See, you get to laughing so much your eyes water.
Hi, Bonnie. Welcome in.
Beside me watching TV, irritating. Aw.
Hello,
I
Samantha.
see him plenty. I'm here for my girlfriends.
See, told you.
He needs a dance for that one.
Well, you know where they're at, don't you?
Yes, but I'm the one behind in the chat.
Oh.
Let me find it. There you go.
We got it. Shake that booty. So what I tell my husband all the time, I'll say, you a good boy. Now shake your booty, and I'll shake my booty.
I do that with Panda with Nuggets, though.
I'm so silly. I like doing stuff like that. Pandama, Bonnie says. Happy birthday, Bonnie. I'm not singing you birthday wishes, but Michael might. Let's see if he will.
Okay.
Throw him under the bus.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bonnie. Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha. He did it. Isn't that special,
And
Bonnie?
many more.
Oh, I got to add him back. I removed him and added him back. I got a whip in my hands and my girlfriend's on the big screen. I'm living it up. LOL. Oh, you're a
Happy birthday, Bonnie. Happy birthday.
It sounded like he was
There you
on some
go.
helium.
He was screaming through the door.
Sounded like he was on some helium gas.
Oh my gosh.
Through the panda mask. Hi, Diana. Welcome in.
With some helium. He's in there under the mask with some helium gas going at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Carrie. I don't know
Right,
if I said
Bonnie?
hello to you.
And Panda yelled out at you, too.
I know, right?
Dido.
He doesn't do that for everybody.
Hey, sweet
Not
pea.
just
Good to see
anybody.
you.
That's right. And my Panda Bear.
Everybody saying happy birthday. Panda be squeaky. He is a little squeaky.
Could be all the because we're having another windstorm, dust storm, whatever you want to call it outside.
Really?
Oh my gosh, it is nasty again.
Hello, Mara. Hope you're feeling
Mara.
better. Take a break,
Hi,
honey.
Mara.
Get away from the screen. Just listen.
Yay. Look at all you happy people.
Man, it's been a hot minute since I've been on a panel. And it's been a year since I've been with these two wonderful ladies.
Yay.
Tomorrow will be 1 year.
Happy
They broke my life
anniversary.
cherry.
We're so blessed to have you again 1 year later. This has to be a reunion every year. On the 19th of March or 18th or the week of, we get together and do a reunion.
I mean, because if it wasn't for you two, I wouldn't be doing lives because I was so
Nah.
nervous on my first one. And I still remember that live that I was chatting in there. And you're like, you can come up now. I was like, girl, I look like a hot mess. And
Look
then
at
you're like,
us.
what about next week? Okay. And then I had the big old Bag-A-Day blanket that I was working on the desk. And my camera was at a weird angle.
I got lost in YouTube streets, have 2 cats on my lap. Hey, Nana.
Hi, Nana Michelle. Welcome in.
I don't know why.
Yes. Dump those tingles out of your feet. Hate that.
I don't know you ladies was having snacks on your live.
Oh, jeez. That's my husband.
Wow.
Panda. He's ours for right now. Back off.
You've had me for 23 years. They can have me for an hour.
Back off, Panda. Back off.
Not
Don't make
come
these
out.
claws come out.
Oh my goodness.
Cheesecake. Oh, you know, I like cream cheese, but I do not like cheesecake. I cannot. I just can't eat it. Mm-mm.
I love cheesecake. And I love cream cheese icing.
Mm-hmm.
I like the icing like on the Cinnabons. I will buy the Cinnabons just for that icing.
Right.
But Walmart has been selling these. They're 4 huge cinnamon rolls, but it's like they put a gallon of cream cheese icing on them, and I love it.
Really? I must.
Oh my! And they're nice and gooey.
Hey, Tracy.
But man,
Icing?
the amount of cream cheese icing they put on those things is oh my gosh.
But see, cheesecake, I just cannot do it. I cannot. I don't
Too
know
sweet.
why.
I love it.
The way cheesecakes are made, it's just too sweet.
There's a friend of ours. He used to work with Panda out at the prison, and then he started a food truck, and it's nothing but cheesecake. That's what he's kind of branching off now. Like a few years later, he's branching into burgers and stuff now, but he does nothing but cheesecake. Is what he started out for like 3 years. Busy as all get out. You know, he would sell 70, 80 cheesecakes within an hour.
Wow.
His cheesecakes are phenomenal. and they're not overly sweet. They're not under, they're just like perfect. And they were just, we used to get them a lot, and then we stepped on the scale and we're like, yeah, we got to stop.
That happens. A Chicago style cheesecake. When I'm in Chicago, I'll get one. No, I won't, because I don't like cheesecake.
Cheesecake? What's a Chicago style cheesecake?
What's special about Chicago and a cheesecake?
I don't know, but I prefer New York. I mean, when you think of Chicago and food, you think pizza and hot dogs. Or
I think more of hot dogs.
I think of like the Chicago deep dish pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And then New York, you got the huge, thin triangle pizza and then hot dogs and cheesecake.
Oh, she says she only finds it in Chicago, but it is. Where did it go?
Hello, pumpkin. Welcome in.
It's called Eli's cheesecake. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
No. Oh, lock me up, Clank. Oh, Joe.
Wow.
Sweet, happy when we were on here. We never heard of it because
of bamboo. So we could have you here. Was a fair trade.
Like right on top of it today.
Didn't hear of it because you could only find it in Chicago.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
I did live in Illinois, at one time.
Well, I did too for
Not Chicago, though.
12 weeks.
Chicago's its own state.
No, I went to Chicago to study insurance. And Chicago was a scary state, scary town to me. Because I went on a train up there, had a taxi that took me to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the hotel was underneath an overpass, and it was so freaking loud because I'm not used to all this hustle and bustle because the town we're from is kind of laid back and stuff. But in Chicago, it's very, very busy. And when I got out of the taxi, the driver held his hand out like that. So I went to shake it. I didn't know what that meant. He just looked at me like, pointed to the trunk because my clothes that I was going to be in Chicago for 3 weeks was in the trunk. And and I shook it again. And he was like, "You're not from here, are you?" And it's like, "No, I'm not." He said, "You pay me." It's like, "What do I pay you?" I mean, I would have gave the man every dime I had if he had told me. I was scared to death up there. But I was young too. I was like 27, 28 years old. It was scary up there by myself. It was scary.
I only got to experience Chicago right after we graduated boot camp. We had to stay for the weekend before we flew out to our next duty station. And that weekend was the only time I got to experience Chicago. I didn't mind it, but, I come from a small town. I don't want to say small because 250,000 isn't small, but it is small.
Mm-hmm.
So I come in the Bible Belt. So everything is like, you get in Chicago and you're like, what the hell is this? You see buildings 10 times as tall as the tallest building in your own town. And you're like, what is that? Is that going to fall?
I need a neck brace.
Hi,
and
Rita.
Then, so you're experiencing all this, and it throws you off. And then I go from there to San Diego.
That's where I was born.
And I loved San Diego. I think a lot of it too was the duty station I was at for hospital corps school was on the Naval Hospital there at Balboa, which was also in Hillcrest, which is the gay district. I was like, oh, I'm home.
Panda says he needs to take you to New York City.
Oh my gosh, he got to take me there. Because when we met in Groton, Connecticut, up there in 2001, and we never really went to New York City because military stuff. And then we went back, and I want to say we went up there around 2016, 2017. And man, were we walking everywhere. I was, by then I'm used to
Anita.
big cities, and even though my legs were killing me, but I was hydrocodone, but we went everywhere
Hi, Blue.
until we wanted to go to the top of the Statue of Liberty, and they're like, well, the elevator's out, you got to walk it. Me and his mom got up 2 flights and we're like, yeah, no, that can wait another time.
Hi, Sam. Welcome in. Yes.
I was born in San Diego and then gone the next day. So I really don't know if I'm a San Diegan, whatever they call it. The Valley Girls.
Oh,
Could I be
See,
one?
I loved San Diego. Not only, here I am,
Grew up
19, 18, get on the trolley, go to Tijuana, and
Is it that close?
oh, you could, get on the trolley. 20 minutes later, you're at Tijuana, the border, and you can just cross the border. But on the way back, you better act straight, because if not, the Shore Patrol is going to get you because you are underage drinking.
Oh, because I watch a lot of videos on YouTube about people that work in the United States that come from Tijuana and go over to the United States to work and come back, what their daily life is and stuff. Crossing the border, it's easier to walk off of United States back into Tijuana than it is to go over into United States. And the trouble they have, and they've been doing this every single day, but they get new people on the border, and it's harder for them to. They're late for work. I watch a bunch of that stuff. I know it's useless information, but I like stuff.
Oh, I do too. But I loved it, except for when you're on your way to the bar district or club district, whatever you want to call it. The kids were out there selling the chiclets, the little gums, the chiclets.
Chiclets.
Yeah, literally the chiclets. And then the blanket vendors. Of course, I grabbed a few blankets because they're phenomenal. I had one for over 20 years until a dog ate it, but loved it to death. And then you get the taco stands.
Are they better tacos than American tacos?
What do you think?
I ain't never been.
He brought it up.
Oh,
what do you think?
Oh yes, they're phenomenal.
Excuse me,
tacos.
on me. Doc. You got any
They
great
were phenomenal. On the way back, they were great drunk food. Let me tell you.
I don't know what I would eat if I went over there. I know Mexican food. It's like I get on to my husband. You can get nachos just about anywhere. Why do you go to a Mexican place and get nachos? When they serve the little chips and dip, he orders another side thing of nachos. And I just, why? Just order a little bit of cheese over here and you got your nachos. Why you got to order some more?
Well, and that's the other thing too, is a lot of people here in the States don't understand the difference between U.S. Mexican food and real Mexican food. Real Mexican food isn't spicy. It's kind of bland.
I disagree. I think every restaurant here lately, I swear, in the last year, is making food spicier.
That's Tex-Mex.
I don't like everything you eat is spicy now. I got a sausage from Hardee's. I mean, it has so much spice in it. It's like
Hardee's is still around.
Yeah.
Well, like AOL,
That email, girl.
Slim to none, but they're there.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot. I don't make anything
You
spicy.
haven't had Mexican food or taco in San Diego, you really miss out. No, I haven't been to San Diego. I was just born there one day and gone the next. Was in Philadelphia the next day.
Difference between Tex-Mex and traditional Mexican food.
Yes, there's a big difference, and I don't like spicy food. I can't. The only thing I add a little bit of spice to is when I make chili, because chili's got to have a little bit of a kick to it. And when I say a little bit, I'm talking about when I make a big crock pot full, it's like 2 shakes of the cayenne pepper. That's it.
I didn't even. Yeah. Ola Joe, get a real mole there.
Mole.
Mole.
Oh, a mole. Where's the hyphen?
Not. Well, some of my keyboard doesn't show me those.
Queso. Oh, you guys, I wanted nachos the other day. Sent my husband off to get the ingredients. I did not look on what he purchased because you get what I get, the list, all right?
Yeah.
So here I fixed everything, put it all together and stuff, and get it all ready, and I take a little bite of it and like, something ain't right. The condensed milk, he got the sweetened one.
Oh.
Oh my God. I was like, oh, I can't even eat nachos now. Just no sweet ones. But that was like $30 down the drain.
Dump the whole pot out.
Ew.
Oh, I
Have you
don't even want nachos now.
popped out in San Diego and was put in a box with bubble wrap and a bikini and got shipped to PA?
Hi, Granny D.
And
Hi,
now
Jeff.
Sunita wants mole.
See, I'm not a big like mole. It's chocolate based, right? I don't like chocolate.
Oh, I love chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate, peanut butter. I'm in.
I'm about it.
But peanut butter. Period. I'm in for peanut butter. And like the favorite peanut butter I love is the Reese's peanut butter they actually sell in a jar. That
Reese's peanut butter in a jar?
Oh yes, girl. Walmart carries it. Ooh.
It must be in Texas.
Peanut butter?
Hey,
They actually
Susan.
just sell the Reese's peanut butter in a jar. I'm like, oh, as soon as I found that one day, that's all the peanut butter we get. Now, lately they haven't had it, so I've been getting Jif. But I mean, I love peanut butter, anything.
I'm a Jif girl.
Granny D.
FedEx, baby.
Stop. We already know that conversation. Stop. It's not dark here yet.
It is here. It ain't dark there.
I don't know. It could be, yeah. By now,
It's probably dirty dark outside.
Ivy, Reese's peanut butter is at Walmart. All of them. I don't shop. I don't like to shop. I don't like a grocery store that has meat in it. I can't stand the smell. When you walk in, it smells like dead animals.
And they're not cleaning the store. Oh, that's gross. Right,
Yeah.
Rachel? Welcome in. Hello.
Well, that's just like
You never
because all we really have here is we got Walmarts galore. Literally, I think we have 5 what we call super Walmarts, and then we have 5 what I call little Walmarts. It's just a grocery store and pharmacy.
Yeah.
So we got those, and the other we have is another chain called United Supermarkets. That place, you walk in there, you do smell the meat. You smell the raw meat smell.
Yeah.
And I just don't. The only reason I even go to the one that's by our house is they do the fresh hot tortillas.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the those type of tortillas. I don't like the store bought ones that, you know what I mean, that have all that have been sitting on the shelf for 2 weeks and they still look good.
I like them for fried tacos. Fried shell tacos. I love fried shell tacos.
Yeah, when I make enchiladas or tacos, I use flour tortillas. I don't like corn.
No, I don't like corn.
And I like corn on the cob and corn kernels, but I don't like any corn chips or cornmeal based anything.
When we were little, my mom would
get
corn shells, just like fry them and put little garlic salt on them. We'd just eat that.
Mm-hmm.
Yum.
Andy, I was stuck
in Norfolk. Ooh.
But I like to, besides tacos, I'll just use those homemade tortillas for quesadillas.
Sandra.
Gotta have the quesadillas.
Quesadillas.
Did you guys just say Dilla?
I mess
For
with,
real?
like me and Panda have certain ways we talk, and I was like, he's like, "What's for dinner?" I was like, "Quesadillas."
I said
I
Dia.
didn't know. I didn't even know Panda knew how to cook.
Oh, he doesn't cook.
Oh, well, he's telling you this is what you could do.
Right. Yes.
Oh, it's
Good,
because I done
yes.
that.
Oh, you copycat Panda. I thought you was feeding us some useful information.
He's
I
the
like
one who told
quesadillas,
me
too.
we took regular, biscuits, and then cut them in four, the ones out of the pop can or pop tubes, and then you fry them, and
Donuts.
then roll them in cinnamon and sugar. You got donut holes.
Yep. Or you can make monkey bread out of biscuits.
Yeah. He doesn't like that type of nasty, gooey stuff. He won't eat the cinnamon. He won't eat the center of a cinnamon roll.
Why? Because all the
It's gooey.
icing-
It
shouldn't
can
be.
be. Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't be.
And sometimes, like I've made, cheap. It's the style of pot pie my grandma used to make when I was a kid. You take the biscuits in the can, you make all your filling and stuff, and you take the biscuits in the can, and you would lay them on top and cook them, and that bottom gets cooked, but it's like a dumpling underneath.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like that texture.
He can make hot dogs, eggs, and cereal.
He's on a roll.
But wait. Let's talk about his eggs.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Cooking eggs in the microwave is not cooking eggs.
Yes, it is, because they can explode in the microwave if you're not
With
careful.
scrambled
Right.
eggs, they turn out green in the microwave.
No, they don't. What
The
bowl
ones
are
these
you
have-
putting them in?
He ain't doing something right if they turn out green. Mm-mm.
Yeah. He's messing with you. He is messing with you.
He probably did that on purpose to say, I used to do it. I don't know how to cook.
It does so.
So I don't have to cook at these big, get-togethers and stuff. And, oh, you're in charge of doing this and this and this. The list got real big. So no. Hey, Rita.
Green
He's
eggs and
tried.
ham.
He's tried. Not ate what he cooked.
We're good if you do it right. I
Don't
like
be dissing the micro eggs. That's right.
green eggs and ham. Yeah, that's what he was trying to make, wasn't it? If I saw green on ham, I would not eat ham anymore.
No. If ham even glistens, that's time to throw it away.
I put hot
My,
dogs and potatoes. Panda,
my-
that's good. But she's
My
not
girlfriend, she is blind, and she asked me to take her to a grocery store that was like under an overpass here in Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
When we walked in, the first thing I saw was crow's feet laying on the refrigerator rack thing, sitting there, crow's feet. And I'm like, girl, what did you bring me to? And she was like, this is the best place to get meat ever. And I was like, she goes, she was going to buy mine. I looked at it and there was a green film over food,
Oh,
over the meat. And it was like, this is not good, girl. She, oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. She, how much green is on there? I see a ton of green. Well, it wasn't a ton. It was just,
It's uncomfortable.
in the bag.
it was green. I wasn't eating it. I don't want you to buy me anything from here.
You're right.
She
Oh
said,
my
tell me what
gosh.
this is. So she has peripheral vision, so she can look like this and scan up and down. And she wanted all the marled meat. And it was like, that's fat. Why are you wanting fat? Oh, that's the best meat there is. Here, so we're just stacking it up. I think it came up like $200, and it all went to her house because I saw a cow's tongue, I saw crow's feet,
Oh,
pigtails, pig feet, pig ears. I was like, where did you take me to? This is not a grocery store. This is weird.
pie.
I don't want none of it. None of it.
Yum, Granny D. we
mac
get
and
mac and
cheese and
cheese.
forgot noodles. Expand in the pot.
He cooked it in one of those tiny little saucepans, a whole pot, and then we're sitting there. He's like, "These aren't boiling," and then not even 2 minutes later, you
Bonnie.
start hearing burning, or you smell the burning, and I'm like, and I go in and oh, you forgot to, to expand. You need a lot of water.
Hey, Crafty Witch. No, it was not the farmer's market. It was a grocery store. Needless to say, every time we went over to her house, I would not eat because I was scared it was that green food. I wasn't eating.
Ugh.
Yeah, I
For a
can't.
month and then go back again.
I told her I wouldn't take her there no more. I will
No,
not take her.
I'm not to the store, to her house.
Oh, I just didn't eat.
I don't blame you.
I
I mean, I'm an adventurous eater, but there's a point
I
where
am not.
there's a line that I won't
Green ain't it.
cross.
Green's the green line.
Green's off. Yes, green's past that line that I won't cross.
But she never got sick. She never got sick. But I would end up probably in the hospital because
Some people's stomachs are strong for that stuff.
my husband is, not mine.
See, I'm the adventurous eater. Panda definitely is not. We go to an Italian restaurant. He's looking for a cheeseburger, chicken, literally looking for cheeseburger, chicken nugget in an Italian restaurant.
No. So how do you say cheese nugget in Italian? This is a no-go. It's a no-go.
Ketchup.
No green meat.
Ketchup.
I know, Sandra, no green meat. But they ate it, and I just...
It's not, I just have to be pretty and I'm accepted it.
I just have to
Oh,
be
that's
pretty.
funny. Good.
Aw.
I made shepherd's pie, and my son's girlfriend wouldn't even take a no thank you bite. The meat looked funny. Hello.
That would be me. I would say,
I had
I have
cream
to
of,
scope it
cream
out.
of celery in the hamburger meat.
Oh.
Hold it together.
Isn't it nice to pick your own daughter-in-law? Wouldn't it be nice?
For fear they might watch us in the future, I am going to say nothing.
Well, they know what that meant right there.
Got nothing. Cheese nugget in Italian is spicy meatball.
The meatballs.
Oh my
Go
goodness.
to a...
I'll feel better, Izzy.
I don't know. It's like in England when we went bar hopping. I was looking for the Bud Lights, or
You're
Coors
not
Light,
gonna find
Bud
it
Light.
over there.
You're not gonna find it over there. But the closest thing, I mean, I had to drink a lot of sips to find something that I was interested in drinking for these bar hops. And
You need
it
a
was,
sampling platter.
Carling was the only thing that wasn't thick. And it was like a Bud Light, but it had a different taste. But I could drink the Carling. And don't ask for ice.
And don't ask
Nobody
for like
anywhere
sweet tea
does.
either over there.
Yeah,
Or iced tea. They'll look at
Iced
you.
tea.
They'll slap you stupid.
yeah.
Can't pick your family, but you can pick your family's nose. What? That's not where your thumb goes. Hand them over.
Oh,
Oh,
my
my.
goodness.
look at kitties. Panda rolling over laughing.
You betcha. Fun.
So what have you been up to, Michael, in the last year? Enlighten us some.
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah, well, give me 1 second, sorry. I am making a post to me and my wonderful... Okay, there we go.
You can talk pretty fast.
I was making a Facebook post about the live.
Oh.
Cool.
There we go.
Oh my
No,
gosh,
I've been
thank
up to quite a bit. You know, I've got all these blanket ideas I've been doing. I've got all the tutorials. stitch tutorials galore. I mean, tutorial life. And, you know, I've like the 2 recent blankets I've done. One's right here. This is Bethlehem.
Just type this.
Yeah, that's the right way because it's got the knotted ridge at the bottom. Oh, that actually shows up pretty darn good now.
I do like that one.
It's in menagerie as well. It's a baby blanket pattern. It was going to be a wrap, but when I was working up the stitch and the way it was laying and the yarn, and I'm like, it was just screaming, turn me into a baby blanket. So that's what I did. And then
Pretty colors.
the latest blanket that's actually out on my channel. Oh, we got a needle. Is Saddleback. I gotta move my tablet because I have a pattern I have not memorized yet. I have to use my tablet for it. Saddle blanket. Oh my gosh, Saddleback.
Saddleback blanket.
It's
Say that
really
3
just
times.
Tunisian front post double crochets with alternating what I call they're called double full stitch. And yeah, I was like, this blanket, and look how thick it is. I mean, this thing is
That
thick
is.
as get out. Oh, get out. And it's a warm blanket, you know. So, but the way it was like working up and how thick and kind of like the ropey aspect of it
Right.
kind of reminded me of one of those actual saddle blankets.
Is that a 4-weight?
This is a 4-weight, and it's the Pool Time Big Twist Pool Time and Big Twist. Well, of course, nobody's gonna be able to find the colors anymore now. And Speckle Blues was the other color. And I just had it because we had to. My brother-in-law, Panda's brother, his father-in-law is living with them, and we were doing a blanket. Panda wanted to do a blanket for him, and his favorite colors were blues. I was like, well, I got to use these, and I'll figure something out what I wanted to do. And then we got that massive cold front, and so I didn't get much sleep. So this blanket was literally born out of pain.
Oh.
And it is thick as, man, I couldn't believe how thick it is. And so that's going to go to him. But the tutorial came out last week, I think, or week before. And then the newest thing I'm working on is Snakes in the Garden.
Medusa blanket.
Sorry. And it is, I don't know what you call them. But I don't know if you can even see. There's the zigzag lace, then the double full, and then the diamond spiral lace, the arrowhead lace, and then back, and it repeats. But what would I say? I don't know what it's called because you're gonna wear it, down your arm, and it's gonna come up like a wrap, and then when it gets here, it's gonna have the neck hole and then go back down. But it's only gonna come to like breast level.
Isn't that a bolero?
I don't know. Valero's a gas station to me.
Right? I know what you talk about.
I don't know if it's called. I think it's a bolero. I'm not for sure.
I have no idea.
Y'all know what he's talking about?
A bolero is like a type of sweater.
Oh.
Didn't you make one of them, Jen?
I just call it sleeves. It's just wrist to wrist and the place to put your head in, or you could just go around one side.
Well, but Sam, yes, I am. I don't know jack about fashion.
I said bolero. I'm in the South, and I do have a Southern accent, so my boleros might sound like a bolero. Oh, is it a bolero, a gas station? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Valero is a gas station.
Love the blue. Love the blue. And nothing better.
I pretend to understand the words that came out of his face.
Yes, Mara, it is.
I didn't know. My bad.
And then there's like 25 blankets that I have scheduled still to do. it's going to be a lot of blankets.
So how long does it usually take for you to make a Midwest? LOL. It's a southern thing, girl. How long does it take you to make your blankets? Because I know I get all in it. It has to be done in like 4 days.
For me, with the Tunisian blankets, they take me about depending on the stitch pattern. Like the Ireland, because of the stitch pattern, it took me about 2 weeks on that one.
2 weeks.
Gigabyte took me like about a week and a half. So it can depend on what the stitch pattern is I'm coming up with and doing.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll take longer because you're doing the Tunisian.
Yes, and like that date night, the wrap that I did with that stitch pattern, that took me about 3 weeks. One, it's 2-weight, plus, I made it a decent sized wrap, but it took me about 3 weeks because of the stitch pattern.
Crafty Witch
Yeah,
says
it's true too,
for
Sandra. I don't sleep a lot, and when I do get sleep,
Awesome.
I will sleep 12, 13 hours, and then about 2 weeks go by, and I'm only getting 4 hours a day, if that.
Just
It
rest.
happens.
Sandra. Just rest.
I think mine is when I do sleeping like that, it's because I can't move on why this isn't working out the way I see it in my head. I can write it down, I can do the math on it and everything, but when you go to work it up and it's like it's not coming out right. It's just not. And it's like my husband said, well, just do it like if you're doing a blanket, just do all the stitches across. No, because I don't want to do all these stitches across and do the pattern. All of a sudden, it's not right.
Right. Well, like the Ireland blanket pattern, I did make that up on the fly.
Mhm.
I was like, well, I wonder what these stitches would look like together. And they came out beautiful. So I was like, okay, now let me write this pattern down. What the heck did I do? But like with this, the Bethlehem and Snakes in the Garden, I actually wrote it up.
Word ever.
Sorry, I'm pulling up my...
Who learned you how to spoke?
Oh, quit doing that. I don't want you there. But
Panda, he said go away. Don't go away.
But I wrote it up on Stitch Fiddle so that way I could get a visualization of what it's going to look like.
I'm glad to see you using Stitch Fiddle.
And that way I have because you can see better versus how I normally would do it, especially with these weird stitch combinations that I'm throwing in here, because these lace stitches technically shouldn't be working together, but they are.
Okay, doggy life.
And I wanted it more lacy,
But
I wanted it, right in because I got a lot of simple stitch in there in between each lace pattern. I wanted it to be another lace stitch, but it wouldn't work with the others. So I was like, well, I had to change it. And I didn't like that part of it, but I had to change my idea a little bit. And then the main stitch that I wanted to do, which was like a spiral leafy pattern, wouldn't work with everything. So I'm like, okay, well, that's going to have to be its own thing later on. And of course, my notes get bigger. I have the other side of my door into here is a dry erase door. And so I just add the ideas over there. Eventually I'll get to it.
Yep, you will.
But I have about 30 skeins of the Menagerie Chameleon. So I've got a lot of projects to work up in that.
I hadn't decided whether I wanted it or not. until the yellow. I like your yellow one. I don't like the other colors. I like that yellow.
The Rosy Moth. I like
Yeah.
that one. I actually like all of them. There's a blue and gold, blue, yellow, white one that I really like. I don't know what I'm going to turn it into yet. I'll turn it into something. I just don't know yet.
I guess I like it because I see you have it worked up.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it, looking at a skein. I don't like variegated looking at a skein because
Yeah.
the yarn makes the stitch, not the stitch makes the yarn. So
Exactly. The yarn should emphasize the stitch.
right.
And
It
bring
has to
the
look right.
stitch out. And I don't really like working with variegated because of that reason. Not only that, I don't like having to color control.
Right.
Because I don't want to go halfway through a row and the next thing you know, it's changed color on me.
Right.
That's not what I want. So I don't want to have to color control. But these yarns so far, the two colorways I worked up actually look really good.
Mm-hmm.
And like for the
Izzy, it's okay. Go take
the
care of
chameleon colorway, I already knew kind of what I wanted to do with it because it looks like a garden. It looks like, I don't want to say flower type garden, but a gardening, nature-y. And so I was like, I had an idea of what I already wanted with that. And then the way it's working up, it's like, okay, this is actually working really good. And I don't really, my preferred weight is 4. I do not like working with 3 weights and below, but I'm actually enjoying this.
I love it.
Kind of depends on the yarn too, doesn't it? I mean, how it feels in your hands.
That's why I love Big Twist, and that's why I'm sad that they're going away. That's why
We're
we
all
stocked the
sad.
heck up.
We're all
I'm
sick.
not a big fan of Big Twist, really. I'm not.
I do have we have been ordering a decent amount of Hirschners because some of my blankets and stuff, especially after the, what's that thing called? The bankruptcy. I knew I'm not going to be able to find things that I want. So we started ordering from Hirschners, and we've got quite a bit coming, of Hirschners. And then I'm designing, I want it to be, I'd say maybe a 2-foot wide wrap, but I'm doing it for dementia awareness, and I'm naming it in honor of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be done in 2-weight purples. Well, because purple is the dementia awareness color.
Right.
And I'm going to incorporate some diamond stitches into it because I just think that, like, for the idea that I have, especially with last year's dementia pattern that I did, diamonds kind of representing the memory and how they fade over time with how I have planned. So
I should correct that. I do like Big Twist yarn. I just don't like the Big Twist in like
The value.
something like this. I don't like it that. I don't like that. This isn't Big Twist. This is Red Heart Super Saver.
Welcome in.
So yeah, that's a lot of what we use, and I use is a lot of Big Twist. It feels great on my needles when I'm having to do the return pass and everything. So, and what Red Heart kind of drags against my needles.
Yeah.
And Hirschner's it's not as soft as Big Twist, but not as hard as Red Heart. So the only thing I really, besides that I really like about Hirschner's, especially their store brand, their name brand ones, is the center pull.
Mm-hmm.
I love the center pull.
Yes, Big Twist is softer than Red Heart. But let me tell you, I have been working on these. I got something in the works. I made a purse doing this a while back using this pattern that I did.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
And I don't know where it is. Anyway, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I did have some in the big twists for the orange and stuff. And it was so soft that it was, but when I went and got a different one out of my stash, some orange was very, very soft. The yellow was very coarse. This turquoise, very soft.
Mhm.
So I don't know what the difference is, why all of a sudden it did that, but that's what. So I have
A bunch of them. Nice.
I do like those colors
a
together, though.
bunch of them. Here it is.
Orange and blue, my wedding colors.
There was
See, orange and blue is me and Panda just like orange and blue, so that's our colors.
so that's what I did with
I
it.
like that. That is cute.
Then it won third place.
But it won.
Yeah. I don't care if it won third, but that's what I did with them.
That's
So now I'm
great.
doing something different with them.
Something different.
Look out. Mhm.
I like that bag. Super cute.
I got some bags to do too. Jeez. Just keeps reminding me of stuff that I have to do.
Bonnie says that is cute. Bonnie, puppy dogs are cute. That's adorable.
Adorbs, right? Yes.
Adorable.
Like a beach bag. Yes.
Thank
I
you,
like it.
Rita.
It's like bright.
In your
and
face.
It's vibrant. And I
It's
like
in
it.
your face.
And the colors, the three colors go great together.
I like colors like that. That's like pop.
Yeah, when I pick things, it's like when I'm deciding, okay, can I do this? Crocheting it in my head, I'm already, as soon as I get, okay, that stitch combination will work. Now let me pick the color. Before I even start writing it down on a board, I already going through the colors and everything. So everything, like, I always pick the colors before I even go with anything. So far, everything's worked out good.
Is
Wait
it
for the time
bag
it doesn't,
plastic lined?
to keep his nuggies in, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Better put a plastic baggie down inside there.
Right.
Greasy.
So the other thing that I did was did a little mosaic. Look at that.
Beautiful Bonnie. Oh,
I
that is
started
so
that
pretty.
last week.
Oh, that's pretty.
So then I blinged it up by putting some rhinestones on it. It's got two different
what?
blings. You got those blings, little rhinestones in there. And then this one is just, those are just divots. They're not, no rhinestones, but it looks like a rhinestone.
That is pretty. I like that.
That's the mosaic.
Beautiful.
And these little things was from the dollar store. So I painted it and then I spray painted and just put it on there for a little charm like.
Oh,
It
And then
works.
inside the bag is a canvas zipper bag that you got at Hobby Lobby. You could get them at the Dollar Tree.
And you
I
just sewed it on top of.
I just sewed it on top of it.
Did you hand or machine?
I hand sewed it.
Okay.
A sewing machine and me, we don't
That's
get
me.
along.
I mess up a sewing machine before I even turn it on. It's already messed up before I touch it because I'm like, I don't know. Even though I want a sewing machine.
Izzy, you have FOMO, but it is okay to go.
Jen's got that.
Take care of yourself.
And
I have that bad.
I don't. Really good. So yeah, I think Hobby Lobby had these canvas bags on sale back when, if you remember, Jeannie was doing them. What, 2 years ago? Jeannie, where you at? About 2
Yeah.
years ago, and they were on sale for like $1, and I bought a bunch of them. And I decided just to do that. I really like it.
Hi, Nessa. Welcome in.
Hi, Nessa.
Hey, Nessa.
It's too thick to put through a regular sewing machine.
No, No, because I use, this is crochet thread. This isn't yarn. It's crochet thread.
Oh.
Real.
If you wanted to use thicker, though, you could still do a needle with the crochet thread around the top, and then
And
you
don't-
could crochet with regular yarn through that and around.
So here is one that is done with big twist yarn.
Hang on.
It's just the pattern changes. It's the same bag.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I decided to try the adhesive spray. So I sprayed my bag and then laid this on top of it, and it stuck to it.
Nice.
So there was no sewing involved in this one. It was spray adhesive.
But that's the spray you need to be outside to use, right? Or in a well-ventilated area.
Well, unless you want
Or
to
you're
get
gonna get loopy.
Get a high. Canvas thick with a zipper and did regular yarn crochet and knit. I don't use crochet thread. Yours are very pretty, Ivy. Thank you, Nessa.
They really are. You're giving me ideas, more ideas to add to my board
I'm
or
sorry.
my door.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Ivy's gonna
Inspire.
make me a bikini. Do you want a bikini? No, you could use anything to make your bags. You could take a like when cookies come in the plastic clear thing, use that. Put your bags in that.
Wow.
I quit doing bikinis a long time ago.
The wheels are turning. Yes.
Big wheels keep on turning. A mankini. Oh, jeez. Why do we always come up with weird stuff on our show?
I need to be right back. I've been drinking too much caffeine.
Ooh,
Be right back.
I don't drink enough caffeine.
Jess says that's beautiful, Ivy. I like
Thank
hopping
you.
between lives. How do you keep up? I try it. Just to be supportive. I try it, but whoo.
But each tower on block and move in enough.
Okay, thank you. Yes, please.
That's beautiful, Ivy.
That is awesome.
Thank you, Jess. I
So
think
then
John's birthday party. Again, Jess, when is it? The 20. I think I'll do one of them for his birthday party. So what you got going on, girlfriend?
I'm gonna open this real quick while Michael is taking a break.
We're gonna make her. Why are we in the little blocks?
I don't know. I don't know that. Oh, that's different.
There we go.
Just play with the buttons. It's okay. Oh, what happened?
You ain't ready yet. I don't know why we are. Why?
It's all right. This is from Mama G. Oh, there's beauteousness right in here. Oh my goodness, I got hand-dyed yarn.
Did you buy some yarn?
I did not.
Ooh.
I did not. Thank you, Mama G. Woohoo. It's blue. Can you imagine it?
I wouldn't have thought any
100%.
other color, Jen. Not any other color.
Never.
Never would have crossed my mind.
It's a number 3 DK weight. 218.7 yards, 100 grams, 200 meters.
Right, Sandra. I got to keep pressing the buttons till I figure out how come we're not big like we used to be. I don't understand it.
What is the last box?
The last box?
Yeah.
That's the last box.
Yeah. Yes. But I think too, you have to like put. I don't know. Look at that. Now it's much more bluer on the camera than it is in real life.
It's pretty.
Oh, it's soft. Oh, and it smells so good.
Hello, Rebecca.
See.
Did you mess
It's
with the
very,
layout?
very
I didn't mess
much
with the
bluer.
layout. I only pushed the buttons. That's all I did.
Thank you, Rachel. I got my Mardi Gras ponytail holders on.
It was funny when I jumped on live with her. I had a ponytail, but I took. Stop doing that. I had a ponytail, but I took my ponytail out.
What are you doing?
You did it.
I ain't touching. I got yarn.
You're dropping it on your keyboard.
Nope, touching yarn.
The last box is the one you want. I went to the last box. See, that's the last box.
So maybe you have to. No. Well, you know, we're gonna get it or we're not. Okay.
We'll just spend the next 30 minutes pushing buttons. See, I didn't do that.
Thank you, Mama Jean. Thank you.
Did you do that?
I put us back to this one. I think you have to click on the once you're in this one. Do it this way. See what happens. Nope. It's not. It goes back to that first one every time. I don't understand. I don't know. The
Me
die
either.
was Jackard and Dharma. Hectic Hanks. What? Skanks. I got the skanks. It's weird. These boxes are weird.
YouTube ain't playing with my emotions. I'll just shut him off.
And she will too. Just saying. I can show how far I've gotten
Please do.
on my vest.
We'll just keep you solo for a while.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Sure we do. Why not?
Oh, because I don't like it. Oh, so you laugh. Laugh it up, Furball. All right, here we go. So this is where I was. This is where I started, right here. This is the arm. I got all across the back. And I am starting on the arm here now.
Look at you go.
Almost done. Yay. There it is. Almost done.
Good job.
It's exciting. So excited. Summer nights. It's a one-way. 165 stitches up and down.
165 stitches.
Oh, yes. That's a lot to me.
That's probably what, an hour's worth?
No. No, but a half hour. No, Panda, it's not. It is not at all. Look, people would definitely freak out. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, everybody.
It's going to be beautiful when you get it finished.
I'm excited. I do want to do something different for the front panels. I'm not sure what, but I'm excited about it. What size hook is a 3mm?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ivy, that blue one that I was talking about.
Yeah.
It's called Parrotfish.
Do you have anything worked up in that yet? Do you
Not
make
yet.
swatches? Like when I get new yarn, I'll sit and make a little swatch just to see how it looks, worked up. Not in a certain stitch or anything. Just
No, I haven't worked it up. I don't. Like most of my yarn's solids.
yeah.
Most of it. I do have a decent amount of variegated, but they're in tubs and stored away. But and I do have some plans for those. But most of the stuff, it's solid, so I don't ever work anything up until I start working it up.
I like solids though because you can do your own colorway. You can hold 2 or 3 strands together.
Yeah.
You know, mix and match it that way too. You decide. You don't have a mandala cake where somebody else decides what your colorway is going to be or where it's going to stop in the middle of a row or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And like, I'd love to mess with some of those Rena cakes because a lot of the colors look pretty, but you know, it's for what I want to do. You know, I'm gonna have to buy like 5. It'd take like 3 to do a shawl, just because the way to. Well, I'm over exaggerating, but it would take 2 or a half maybe to do a regular shawl in it, just because the Tunisian is a yarn eater. And depending on the stitch combination I decide to do, that could be even a yarn eater. Because a lot of Tunisian stitches are yarn eaters.
What on your Tunisian, what size hook do you normally? I know Tunisian's got different sizes. What size do you normally use?
My favorite go-to is a 6.5, regardless.
6.5.
Like I will use a 6.5 millimeter, or was that a K?
Yes.
Yeah. I use that for everything. You technically should go up 2 sizes of what the yarn suggests, but I've been doing this for so many years. I consider myself a very experienced Tunisian. I can deal with going down and close to what the yarn suggests. What?
Nothing. Just something you said. I've had this for many, many years. I cannot tell you the size. It's a double-ended hook, but I cannot tell you the size of it. I don't have the little thing to tell me. I would imagine it's probably.
Is it got a metal stopper on the end?
No.
Oh, it's doubled. Okay.
It's double-ended. But I would imagine that it is probably a 6.5.
Looks close to it, yeah.
But it's got the only reason why I like it is because it's the inline where it's got a nice little hook on it. But it's like a knitting needle, really. I do this all the time. Everything.
Well,
grab a whole thread, pull it off, knock everything off the desk.
Those are good for reaching things up on the top shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Yank that skein right off there. Hook it.
Right.
Pull it.
Well, like the regular Afghan hooks, they make great back scratchers.
Yes.
That's Ivy's alley.
Knitting needles do the same. I'm always scratching my back. I don't know why. Ow.
I mean, I have a whole like double-ended, but they're mainly wood, and just some smaller thread yarns I do have that I want to make certain things out of that would require for in the round. But my double-ended are wooden, and I'm afraid I'm going to break the smaller ones if I try to do what I want to do, just because of the way I handle things. And the few metal ones that I have bought to try, they'll say they're like a 3, and then you put them into the gauge thingy, and it won't fit, and it's too big. It's like, okay, this isn't a 3. Why are you saying it's a 3 when it's really coming up as a 4?
Right, because the fuzz on it. Yeah. So I have this long one, which I always thought was an Afghan hook. I don't remember. It's old. I don't remember. But I have this one that is nowhere near the size of it. So what is the little one called?
Well, they're just double-ended hooks, but they're both can be used for the exact same purpose. Just one's longer than the other.
I know, but this I know many years ago was called an Afghan hook.
Well, the Afghan hooks are the ones are just solid with a hook on one end, and then just the stopper on the other. I
Well,
don't know if
maybe it wasn't an Afghan hook then.
but those are used primarily for, like, if you're using them in Tunisian, you're using it for in the round, or you could, with those type of hooks, you can actually make a flat project and turn it so your stitches are on both sides instead of being on one side. But that just, it gives a really cool texture too if you do that, because you're pulling up your loops with one and knocking them off with the other, and then you turn your work, and then you just keep building back up and doing that, and just keep turning your work like you would in crochet.
Crow hooking in the early. See, I've had this for a long time. Crow hooking.
This is one with the end on it. But these tell you the size on them. Those other
Right.
ones, you only get the size when you open the package. And once you take it out of the package, you throw the package away,
It's
then you
just no
don't know
good
the
no more.
size.
Or unless they
It's better
engraved it
than-
into them. Some companies aren't even doing that anymore.
Which one do you need?
No, I have not seen them like that.
So there's a
No,
shop that I want to order a bunch of my Tunisian needles from, because they're custom made. It's out of Australia though. I want a full set because they're just so gorgeous, and they're custom made, but they're like $40 a needle. I'm like, that'll have to come when I get the big YouTube checks.
Hello, Della.
And he made, and they're all metal, they're all machine. He makes them himself, colors them, paints them, whatever you want them colored. If you want them marbled with different colors, you can. He does it all. And I want a regular, and his cabled set will only work with the Knit Pro or Knitter's Pride cables, or the Mindful cables.
I think that they're not interchangeable. Switchable.
Yeah, like I can't use the cords from the AliExpress with my Knitter's Prides.
Right.
I should be able to, but
Hi, Delia.
and then he
Welcome
also
in.
does the double-ended ones too. So I want a full set of those because I want metal to be the double-ended ones, especially when you get down to like the 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, because I don't like the wood. I feel like I'm gonna break the wooden ones.
Yeah.
No, Rachel, I have not tried. Have you tried hairpin lace?
This is a hairpin
Oh, I think I have one of those. I don't know
loom, I
where,
guess.
but I think I.
Yes.
That looks like a torture
did.
device.
I did hairpin
No clue how to
long.
use it.
It's flipping it, and it's really easy once you learn how to do it.
I don't like to sew things together.
I think I
Double-sided,
have
two different colors at one time. Oh, Wanda, okay.
Yeah, the double side. You can do a lot with the double-ended needles in Tunisian. You could do a forward pass with one color, and because since you're working up your return pass, you can do it in a different color. And then when you turn your work, then the one that you use as your return pass is now your forward pass, and the one you used as your forward pass color is now your return pass. It can be pretty cool. And there's some things I have on my board that I want to do that way too.
On my board.
Oh, cool,
That needs
Rachel.
to be a song. On my board, there's this.
Or on my door or whatever, because since I turned the whole door into a dry erase.
Sam, have you used one of those for hairpin lace? Makes it reversible, right?
I remember, what is the other one? It's got the big old hole in the center. I remember doing my very first one. It was a
Balloon?
plastic one. I remember I bought it from Woolworths. So that tells you how long ago
That's a long time.
I bought stuff. Woolworths probably been closed for 30 years now, probably 40 years.
What are you talking about? A needle with a hole in it?
No, you wrap it around it. Broomstick lace is. I can't remember the hook. It was a real fat one that made the big. When you wrap it around there and pull it through and hold it up and stuff, it was a big fat hook, but it made a nice
Hmm.
lace. Double-ended hooks to do the Tunisian square, but it takes a lot. Yes. Now, are you going to work on a Tunisian like mosaic?
Oh, girl, yes.
Cool, Sam.
I'm gonna get the colors of the first mosaic I'm gonna be doing.
Well, show me, please. I want to
Yeah, we'll
see.
get the colors. Hold on,
Yes,
one sec.
show me. I'm from Missouri.
They make dry eraser paint. It's at Home Depot.
Oh no.
I've seen chalkboard paint, but not dry eraser paint.
Yeah, let me see. Make him solo.
I need to look at this chart.
I'm so glad he likes to show things solo.
First colors. This is going to be the main color of the mosaic, and this. This is
Okay.
the Big Twist Vortex, and this is Rainforest Neon, and
Yeah.
of course this is just a gray.
Just a gray.
Pretty.
I think that's what it's
Pretty
called.
together,
No,
yes.
it's titanium gray. That's the color. So I think these
Color
two
my
will
mother.
work really well together.
Yes, I think so.
So that's
Or
going to be my
neon
first
green.
mosaic.
Or a neon green in that. Yeah.
I don't have any neon. I do in Hirschner's, but I don't like mixing brands. I'm one of those that I don't like mixing brands. I don't like mixing Red Heart with, anything, or
I kind of do the same thing, really.
it's got to be all the same brand for me. Because then you get the same feel. So let's say Big
Mhm.
Twist 4, if you're going to use a different line of Big Twist, it's still, the 4 is still the same, they still measure the same. Whereas if I'm taking a Big Twist 4 and a Red Heart 4, they are a little bit of a difference. And I
Okay,
don't like that difference.
I had my stitches messed up. This is not for that. That loom is not for that.
Sam said that is a hairpin lace loom.
Hair
Or
paint.
what?
Yeah, hair paint. Forget it.
Hairpin lace. Don't spit on yourself.
Hairpin and broomstick. They're two different things.
Yeah.
This is hairpin.
Yes.
Broomstick is the one that's got the loop on it. I had to go check because I knew it didn't sound it right. Did not sound it. I had to go look.
But I mean, there's a lot of lace stitches. I'm just not, even though I've done that. This is the lacier stitches in this Snakes in the Garden pattern that I'm doing. I'm not a fan of lace stitches though.
Oh, I love lace.
I do too. I like fillet.
The fillets,
I like fillet work.
I like fillet. It's just I don't like a primary stitch that, like the middle of this thing. It requires a double yarn over or even a triple yarn over to get it to do its thing. And I don't like that on the return pass, because then you got to go real slow. Make sure you get through all three or two of both of those yarn overs, so that way you don't skip up and you mess everything up.
Right?
Right, Sandra?
Spoke a lot
Is he?
of her house.
I think that I want to say broomstick lace. Like I said, I remember buying the hook way back when Woolworth was open.
Don't they call it broomstick lace so you could just do it around the handle of a broomstick?
Any you could put it around anything. Anything round, let's say that.
No, my goodness.
Yeah.
Fillet and some lace, but the thin lace and doilies, not for me. I prefer bulky and super bulky. Well, that and you get your project done right away. I prefer not bulky.
See, I prefer. I don't like the super bulky yarns.
Oh,
I worked with a 5 once, and I'll never do it again. I just don't like it.
I think I've only made one thing. I'm not a fan of bulky either. I like tiny things. I don't know why. I've always liked, I used to collect animals that were real tiny in metal. Like I got a little panda bear that's real tiny like that. An ostrich, he's about like that. I would collect those. I don't know why. I'm just a hoarder.
So
Well,
we collect.
you do a
most
lot
anything.
of
Yeah, you do.
lace weight
Uh-huh.
things.
It's like I want to do something in Tunisian and lace weight, but then again, it's like, do I want to torture myself?
It would take forever.
You know, I don't have the best
Thank you,
vision
Sean.
as it is. I mean, my vision's not grotesquely bad, but it's just
Yes.
I just don't have the best vision, and I can only imagine working with that lace.
See, that is so weird because the only thing that I have trouble doing is I wanted to do the diamond painting,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't see the letters.
Oh,
But I can do a little tiny bead. I can find a hole for a little tiny bead here. You know, Michael, you've seen the beads on the.
oh yeah.
I can find the hole for thee, but I can't do
But a
diamond
hole
painting.
is different than a letter. I mean, with a letter, you have to read it. A hole, you just have to see a different color.
And those are
spot
tiny.
on the
Yeah,
hook.
these are tiny. I don't know how you
That's
see
so
these.
pretty.
I can see those, but I just can't see the letters for diamond painting.
Still in love with your kitsune. It's
Who
by
is?
far
Panda.
Panda. It's by
Either.
far my favorite
You
things
want me?
I've seen
If you pay
you
for
make.
shipping, I'll ship them to you.
But your Naruto and Panda things you make,
But like when it
they are
comes to
my favorite stitch markers.
when I'm working with very
Julia,
dark
thank
colors
you.
like dark
You too.
blue
Drive
or navy
safe.
blue or blacks, I do have this that sits here. You know, it's a light too.
Yeah.
I thought of getting one of it, but I
So
don't need it. Other
I have
than
that sitting here
diamond.
still. I mean, I use it a lot, so I can actually see those dark colors.
Hey.
Little things please her. Isn't that just amazing?
So much can be said.
Uh-huh. I have to drive again. Have an amazing night. All right. Good night, Della. Stay safe. Stay safe.
Bye.
Panda just crawled in here. He was showing me gave me
Yeah.
Aww. So cute.
the Naruto,
Yeah.
and then the blue
Naruto.
panda or purple.
They look so weird.
He loves them.
What do you mean they look weird? They're cute.
Yeah.
They look weird.
Seeing them across the screen, maybe.
Yeah. I sent out a bunch of strawberry ones here a little bit ago. I only like doing them when something strikes my fancy.
Mhm.
And then I'll sit down and design it out. And like the strawberries, I did the strawberries. The strawberries came about when a commercial on TV had an accent. Oh, a strawberry. And so I went and did a strawberry. Oh, strawberry.
The things
Oh,
that
my
make us
goodness.
think. That's wild.
Your little whatever that little creature that you had me make. What was him? Say his name again. Arturo.
This
Naruto.
Naruto.
No.
Yeah, that one gave me a Dickens.
Yeah, it's one of his anime things that he likes. I'm not into cartoons. I call them cartoons. They call them anime.
I don't watch cartoons.
Yeah, I'm 47.
Hi,
I don't need to be
Jackie, how are
watching
you?
those.
I'm one of the Three Stooges, the leader. He's the best. Show to everyone. Haha.
She did good for not knowing what he was or anything about him. She
Yeah.
did great. She really did.
I wouldn't do him
Yep.
again.
Well,
You know what? I always wondered what he would look like in perler beads. Now, when I say perler beads, perler beads are just like those beads there,
Mhm.
but they're bigger, much bigger.
plastic.
Okay.
Kind of
And
like,
they're plastic.
yes. Well, they would melt them, and I don't want to melt it. No, that's not what I would do. These
Right.
are perler beads.
And
So
so
you
pretty.
can see they're much
Oh,
bigger.
that's pretty.
But this is, you're supposed to use these to melt with. I don't. I see there is so many things that different crafts use the same technique using different items, such as this is a peyote or a brick stitch, depend. It's called a peyote stitch.
Okay.
So this is also done in like paint. As you can see, a bead is stacked on top each other, and you could do it in paint. I have seen so many things, but this is peyote, and it's the same thing as his Natoro or whatever he is. That thing.
Naruto.
It's the same thing. It's just using different beads for different things. And this is my own design. It should have been a 5-pointed star, but I couldn't figure out how to get 5-pointed, so I just kept going until it worked.
Hey.
And it worked like this. Now I do have smaller ones. Like, when you're designing, you may have one you started out with. Nope, that didn't work. Let's go over here and try it again. Nope, that didn't work. You may do it 3 or 4 times before you get it right. This
3 or
was
4.
like the 3rd time. I got real tiny ones, and then I got bigger ones. But yeah, I got earrings. I made little earrings. Same design.
I do like that though. Especially if you're wanting to turn that into like a Christmas tree topper.
Right.
Yes, exactly what I saw.
It's these are these little tiny beads like this, and I'm holding it because I could do this in this little tiny bead. It's the same process. I just made it bigger, supersized them. Is all I did.
Right.
Wow.
And what I was going to say is, I wonder how he would look in
That
perler
big.
beads like this. There'd be a nice wall hanging.
It would. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You put that in a picture frame or a shadow box.
Right.
Yeah.
Now
you
him,
spoke
he put
it.
it on his desk.
Now that you spoke that into existence, I just want you to know it'll probably pop up in the chat. When
Yeah.
will I have that by, Ivy?
Well, we'll just skip over that and just keep on moving. Just staying in your
Keep on
lane. Stay in
trucking.
your lane.
And if you're
keep on
watching the
moving.
replay, you just missed some stuff because Ivy cut it out because she doesn't want to be spoken to existence.
No. But in my news feed, I will see all kinds of them now.
You probably will because you spoke
Oh, yeah.
No, I
Well-
can't say the man's name, the character's name right. So I always want to say Natoro. I don't know what his name is.
Naruto.
No,
You know, everybody has a problem with saying Sudoku, too. You know,
Sudoku.
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 Sudoku. Whatever.
it's a
Sudoku.
thing.
Right,
Rita? That is so
Mama
cute.
G.
Just gonna alert. Can't read on my phone. Okay, Mama G. You missed
Thank
your
you, Mama G.
yarn. She
Coming.
showed your yarn.
I did. It's beautiful. It's blue. When I type it, it's blue.
Oh my God. Does she think everybody's hard hearing?
It's blue. Did you hear me?
Yes, Jen. Rita's like, yes, Jen.
Everybody heard it. Okay, just checking. Mama G wasn't here. She didn't hear it.
We want to make sure you heard it, Mama G. She did.
Yeah.
She said, I'm glad you like it, Bendy
Yeah.
Jendy.
Did Rusty get her package? It's blue.
Sandra, why did you do that? You are so bad.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing better,
Yeah.
Nessa.
Gonna
My
have to
whole
get
world
out
could
that
be
ruler.
painted blue and I would be happy. Instigator. Grab her things. Yes. Okay. I haven't checked the what's that code? I haven't checked the code yet, but she should have got it by now. I could see my hand. I'll have to watch later to see if we can see his hand reaching up to you. Show her these. Show these. Sandra, we have offered you to be up here in real life.
Sandra would be a nut up here.
Oh
It'd
my
be
gosh.
great.
You would
Talk
have
about
to have
bring
your
the big
depends
lips.
on, double layer depends.
Double.
Just get a porta potty, set it right here in front of you. You don't need to go anywhere.
They make computer chairs now that are
That's not-
toilets.
This
No
world
way.
needs pink too, Nessa.
Panda, I didn't see anything.
Right? Watch it again. You bet.
Blooper? That'd be a good blooper. Anybody
it would
recognize
be
this
funny.
hand?
Look with the. Did you see
Wait,
that?
a reward. Anybody recognize this hand?
I know, right? Have you seen this hand?
Whopper Junior hands. Look at. You don't have to show what you're eating.
She said, and I'll wear
In a
my big
world
rubber
where you have
lips
seen this hand.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
and her stamp-ons.
Oh, Sandra, it'd be so fun. We would have a blast.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, she would be. Oh man.
He was saying, oh, piggies. Now, thank you, Panda. Now you got me thinking, piggy stitch markers.
All talking about inspiration. It's all inspiration.
Piggy stitch markers. Okay. And the bear.
This is gonna be interesting. Great show. Yes.
It would be.
It'd be awesome.
It's going to be interesting.
So,
Ivy
Ivy,
point
have
blank.
you completed anything this week?
Me?
Yeah.
Where the hell was you when I was showing what I've done this week?
I went to the restroom.
I'm sorry.
I'll have to watch the replay.
Yeah, watch a replay and give it the out. You said it gave you ideas. See?
I
Well,
Said it gave you
tried.
ideas.
Yeah. Oh, I thought those. Okay, you did those this week. Okay.
Yeah. See, this isn't just one project. It was two projects. I
Just
painted the little thing, and I shellacked. That's
Yeah.
two. That's two.
Okay.
3,
I didn't hear
4,
you say.
5,
No, I didn't hear you say that you did those this week.
8,
Oh my gosh.
9,
Because I remember that.
10.
Yeah.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Mike, try paying
Oh my
attention.
gosh. I am paying attention. I didn't hear her say that she
19,
did those this
20,
week. I thought she said that she had those
21.
done already.
22, 23.
That's what I thought.
Do
Because
I
the
need to
bag.
go on or?
No, I thought those were done before because when you pulled up the bag and you won the third place thing.
Yeah.
That's what I
Not
thought.
only
You had
that,
them all
I did
done.
this.
And I know you did those too, but I thought you.
I did
I don't
that.
know. I thought
I
I
did
heard
that
you
one.
say you've done those. You did
I
those
did that one. I did that one.
before. I'm
Dear
sorry.
Lord,
I did that one.
I saw
And
those.
I already
just-
had that one.
yes. See, okay, pull that one back up though.
Which one?
just do it.
Yes, that one. I love the way that.
That's mosaic.
Yeah, I just like. Hey, Jen.
These two are the same.
Yes, just the reverse of each other. I like
It's
that.
reverse. I did it in reverse.
I like
do
the
that
dark
a lot.
background better.
I did. Yeah, the dark. Yeah.
No, Sandra,
30
no
yarn
potatoes.
lashes. Shit.
So
Keep that to yourself.
these, this one is done in crochet thread.
No,
This
Nessa, I
one
don't
is,
think so.
and this one is done in the Aunt Lydia's number 3.
Okay.
Throw it at me.
Fingernails. Fingernails. Yeah. And it's lined. I lined it. Not all of them are lined.
Cute.
This one,
Yes, they're both
I
pretty. Sam says that hurt, Ivy. Throwing your
I'm
yarn
sorry.
at her.
I'm sorry. Let me try it
Don't throw
again.
them- Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? No, I did not use a potato this week. This one, I don't know why. I don't know if it's my stitching or whatever. But that one little piece right there just won't. So I could never sell that one or get rid of it. This one is crochet thread. It's just a little, I like the insides better. I don't know why. I'm weird. It's great design on the outside. But
Yeah.
I think the inside is cool.
Yeah.
It's different.
cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Butterfinger Barbie.
This one is when you talk about how cool, see, I like the outside. How cool is that?
See, I do like that because it looks like one of those that if you tilt it just right, you're gonna see the image. Then if you tilt it straight at you, you don't really see the image. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
Speaking of
So-
potatoes, do you ever get that? No, I've never got, no. I would rather change the entire fan out and buy a new one. So I'm going to need lots of very thin yarn, some cotton and other fibers for weave, and I need to find where they sell the good affordable price. I buy all of my,
Night Panda.
I prefer Hobby Lobby's 100% thread over Aunt Lydia's. It is a softer cotton and it's mercerized. But both
That
of them
was
do the
just-
same thing. They both do the same thing.
I just can't imagine crocheting with that stuff.
So, yeah, I was busy this week, Michael.
I thought I heard you say you had these done before.
No, only a couple of I had done. I stay busy. I crochet. I crochet way too much. I need a life.
And I don't enough.
I need
Well, I
a
mean-
life.
Crocheting as much as we do keeps other people safe.
Get me off of this, Jen.
Just a second. There you go. We'll figure it out. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm totally not crocheting. Yeah, I crochet too much.
Hmm.
My brain doesn't shut down on crochet.
Oh my god. No. And like the creativity, like the things you want to create, and then you're already thinking of the stitches, and then you write that down, then you lose that piece of paper. And you already forget what you just thought of because 3 other things have popped up. That's
Right.
why I went to the dry erase store.
And then you write them down on a piece of paper, and then you look at it like, what was that?
What did I mean by that? Yo.
That's the way mine was on this one.
Mm.
And I got a book full of them, of things.
And then you wake up in the middle of the night,
Why?
whenever you do sleep, you're like, you saw something in your dream. You don't know what it was, but the pattern's sticking with you. You got to go write it down real quick.
At least you dream. I wake up, I find myself in some weird dreams.
Oh, I
Like-
have too.
Like I had a cake of yarn, and I was put it up to the moon, and I could see through this yarn cake. Weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I didn't watch a movie where that could happen. So where did this dream come from? A cake in the moon.
Wow.
It's because Ivy watches weird.
I do.
Yeah.
Like, how long does it take to clean a carpet? You know, a big old rug, area rug?
Love
Take it
those
outside. I have
things.
watched those for how long it takes to wash one, how many times it takes to wash one. Useless information.
That's it's useless information. But when you're sitting here, you know, like for me, this is where I sit 90% of the
Yeah.
day, and I'm always crocheting. So you got to have something to keep you occupied.
Mhm.
I do lurk a lot in lives, but the lives do get a little distracting. And I have lost so many stitch counts. So it's like, okay, well, I can't watch this live because I want to talk. And if I talk, then everything's out the window.
That's what
Mhm.
Bonnie says. She can't count in our lives.
1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
Bonnie, Bonnie,
Yeah.
Bonnie, Bonnie, Bonnie.
So I got to constantly, I just watch other things on YouTube or TV shows.
You got the same one, Thrifty?
Yeah, that's what she said.
I
a
actually,
cute
I
book. I
think
like it.
I got this from, I think I won it at a bingo on Liz. I think I got it from Liz. I ain't for sure.
It's a pretty notebook. Especially,
Oh, but I did
especially
want to
when you wear
say,
those books like this. Now I can watch.
I
and
did
get
want
fresh
to,
exercise.
Michael. So this is just a question. It
Okay.
doesn't mean anything, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when you go and check your analytics and stuff on YouTube Studio, do you get a lot of dislikes, thumb downs instead of thumbs ups? I know
No.
you get a lot of thumbs up. Do you get thumbs down?
On every video, I get one
One?
thumbs down. And I'm like, that's got to be the same person because it's every video. But other than that, I mean, let me go to, where are you at?
See, go rest. Take care of yourself. I do want to
Okay,
say
looks
one
like
thing.
the person, whoever, there they are. Yeah, I get one thumbs down every, except for the left-handed video. So I know this person's a right-handed.
That's a good way to
But
look
I
at
think
it.
I've said that in the past. Am I caught?
So
Nessa
I
gets
get
one
one thumbs
down
down
too. Okay.
for every video, and I don't know. It's like, okay, but whatever. It's still, they don't understand. Even if they give us thumbs down, it's still the
Right.
thumb ups and thumbs down don't really count for anything. What it counts as is engagement.
Yeah.
So you could have 1,000 thumbs down and one thumbs up. Well, that's 1,001 engagement that YouTube
Right.
cares about.
Can you believe this one got 5 thumbs down?
I wonder if it's because of the yarn colors. Because there are people that, if there's any rainbow aspect yarn being used, they will thumb it down.
That's not really rainbow.
It is to some people, though. Because
Yeah.
there was Nessa. She displayed some stuff on Pride Month, and it was rainbow, and she got thumbs down because of that.
Every video that I put up, it doesn't matter if it's a tutorial or if it's a short, if it's anything,
Mm-hmm.
I will get 3 to 5 every single time. And let me tell you, this one, I sent Jen a picture and said, can you believe I got 5 thumbs down on this? This one hurt me. Tell me, what do you not like about that that is so gorgeous. The butterflies, the creativity of putting the rhinestones in there,
Yeah.
thread, canvas. My own, this ain't mine. It's a Dollar Tree. Got a package of them, and I painted it and put it on there. I thought everything was beautiful on it.
It
Can
is.
you tell me one thing you don't like about it? Just tell me.
But the thing is, too, is there's jealousy out there.
It messed
Big.
with me. It
One
really
second.
did.
Jealousy big time. And I have faced it, especially
Right,
after
Mama.
I hit 37,000. Jealousy started pouring in. And people they're just jealous, and there's no reason for it, I can't imagine here probably in, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe 4 months, the rate I'm going, when I hit that 100K, how much more jealousy is going to happen,
Right.
and it at first it bothered the bejesus out of me, but then it's just like, why am I letting it get to me? Because I'm doing what I love. Obviously I'm doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
And 60 some odd thousand people are loving what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm going to continue doing what I'm going to do, regardless if the haters are out there being jealous, because they're trying to say, well, like even other creators, well, how's this person growing and I'm not growing? You can't compare my channel to yours.
Right.
I
don't know if it's immature jealousy. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I've dealt with it. Every video that I put out, there's 3 to 5 people that will dislike it, and I just don't understand why. My husband tells me all the time, you're not put on this earth to figure out somebody else. Figure out yourself. Why do they do it? It's up to them. It's their problem, not yours. And it's like, can you just stop? I love it. Sorry. I love my work. I love showing my work. I'm sorry you don't have the humor that I have.
Kathy, jealousy,
Well,
right?
exactly. I just like, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm somebody's cup of tea.
That's right.
Well,
Well, don't leave a thumbs down, even though it is an engagement. I understand that. It doesn't do, I guess last week was my, probably in my own feelings or something. Whenever I seen 1, I thought, well, that's normal. 2, that's normal. 3. But when I checked it and it said 5, and it's like, what?
What the heck?
Something you like about it. I mean, you can't dislike everything.
But there's certain people that will do that constantly. Like, look at Michi's lives. She always has 1 thumbs down every time. And it's got to be the way I just look at it. It's somebody who's jealous. It's somebody that wants what you have. Well, envy is the word I'm looking for. And like as I said, as soon as I hit 37,000, I had a lot of envy people emailing me, and jealous people. You should never pass this certain creator. I don't know, what all this junk, because I hit 37,000. I'm like, what the heck? I'm just doing what I love to do. I go live maybe once every 2 weeks, if that now, and I just love to do my tutorials. There's not many Tunisian tutorials out there, or crochet Tunisian specific channels, and those that were Tunisian specific are now added a lot of crochet to their channel. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
I was just wondering if other creators get thumbs down. I mean, I can't imagine if me with 2,000, whatever I have, I don't have 2,000. For you, if I had your 50, 60, 70,000 people following me, how many more thumbs down I would have? That would really
I thought I would have
me.
more, but I only, I'm averaging still that 1. It's always the right-handed video, never the left.
So why, we should contact YouTube and tell them if they're left-handed, maybe the light needs to be on their left side. maybe it's because of how you have to. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm stupid. I'm retarded.
But I normally don't
Sorry.
look at that much of my analytics when I look at the video or your content.
So you don't
The
care.
only thing I look at
I look at
is
the views.
Say yeah.
my the views and comment ratio.
I like to see the views.
I rarely hover over where it says likes and dislikes.
Dear YouTube, inner grievance here. Put the like over here on the left side. You know, they got it over here on the right side. They need to move it over here to the
Hide
left side.
the thumbs down. Hide the thumbs down. So Wanda asks, sometimes I accidentally hit the thumbs down, but as soon as I realize what I did, I change to a thumbs up. How does that affect the numbers? Or does it affect numbers?
I don't know.
Let me see, read that. Realize that it
Take top chat away.
the
Yep.
up. Sometimes I
Yes,
accidentally
yeah.
hit the thumbs down, but the thumbs up and thumbs down does not really affect the video. The only thing it affects, actually, the thumbs down doesn't affect anything. What the thumbs down affects is, one, is if somebody sees a thumbs down. Two, it counts as engagement regardless.
Mm-hmm.
That's all YouTube cares. The thumbs up and thumbs down doesn't really matter per se to the algorithm, because it's engagement. What it does say, though, is to somebody watching your video and they see a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad, I wish they just did away with that aspect of it. But,
Right.
it feeds the beast with the engagement, and comments on videos feed the beast help feed the algorithm and helps get people out there. Sharing actually doesn't do anything for the algorithm. It's just
No,
likes.
sharing just gets people to your channel.
Yes, exactly. Just
I don't
likes and
understand that
comments.
either. I saw someone's channel that had 23 followers. What was it, Jen? She had how many? It was like 1,600 views. Nobody shared her out or anything like that. How did she get 1,600 views on a video with only 23 followers?
Some of those, was an actual like normal size video, or was it like a vertical type?
This way.
Okay. I don't understand some of that. You could see a channel with 200 to 500 subscribers, but then they have a video with 17,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, okay, but this person should be bigger if they have that many views. But then again, you got to also realize,
hashtags.
If you watch 5 minutes of a video, it counts as a view.
Sorry, Nessa. It wasn't me, because I love all things everybody does. Hashtags. I wish I thought of that many times too.
Hashtags, the pound, whatever, I throw them in there, but because they help for the searching, but they do jack for the algorithm.
Hashtags don't do good for them?
They don't work. Even tags, when you're uploading a video and you go down and it says you can enter your tags before you go into the monetization screen, tags and hashtags don't work for the algorithm. They just help us say if somebody's looking for Tunisian crochet, or let's say beadworking for whatever you describe. Mm-hmm. They can put it in there, then it'll help pull that video up. Otherwise, it does nothing for the algorithm. And that's the weird thing. Like, in a year since we literally were on live together, I have learned way too much about the YouTube algorithm. And anybody that says they know how to beat the algorithm is lying. Nobody knows the algorithm. What they truly. I just know what I've read from YouTube themselves, and talking to a few YouTube's people that work there, that tags don't do nothing for the doesn't help the algorithm. Likes and dislikes they only count as engagement, but don't hurt, you know?
Hash browns, as Mama G likes to call them. Love it.
But I mean, there's a lot that a lot of people don't understand either too. Is like for us creators, you know, there's different types of creators on top of that. You know, there's,
Annie, I don't know where you're at.
and then they don't realize too how hard it is. How hard it is just sit here, hit this like button and sit here and talk to people. You know?
It's real easy to talk to them.
Well, yeah, but leading up to that aspect of it,
Right.
you know, the anxiety, the nerves, because I mean, I get nervous and my anxiety goes off every time. That's why I don't do scheduled lives anymore, except for every other Friday. But I don't actually schedule it until an hour before I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of people don't understand the stress behind being a creator.
Right.
There is a lot of stress that goes on along with it. The hate, the jealousy. And then, you know, when you get the good comments, they just don't realize how well that makes us fuzzy inside.
Right. I got off a tutorial that I did last week. Somebody gave me $1.99. Let me tell you, that $1.99 was like $1 million to me.
I know. I get surprised that, you know, like I don't expect it. For people to give me money, but whenever they
Right.
do, it's very emotional for me.
Sam.
You know,
And
I've gotten a
and the
couple of what are they called? Super thanks, the ones on
super
videos.
super chat.
It's a thanks.
Yeah,
Super
and
thanks,
those when I get those, it's like, oh my god, I'm sitting here bawling,
I love your top. It looks
and
gorgeous.
it's not even live. I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, I'm sitting here
Oh,
bawling because somebody thought this much of my work, and that they do
so
that.
I knew somebody was going to say, not that you guys care to do it or anything, but this was a tutorial that I had done for this top. So I dropped it in Jen's thing. If you can do this is the box stitch, but it's if you've ever done a poncho in the granny stitch cluster, that's all this is. But you have to start with this piece here first. That piece right there.
Mm-hmm.
You start with this first, you do that, and then you add all this to make it a V-neck. It's really simple.
Yeah,
That's pretty. I love that.
It is. I love it, and that's another thing. A lot of people don't understand how much it takes to that goes into making a tutorial.
Mm.
You know, yeah, I'm doing a swatch of, you know, a small little swatch or something, but you know, that swatch took me from start to finish to publishing, you know, about 3 hours. Because
Right.
you got to edit, you got to do all that, you got to do all the YouTube stuff, and then when I'm making blankets and stuff, you know, that takes a lot longer.
I have heard some people say that for the super thanks, they will do one of those if they got their pattern, their tutorial, and they really liked it, and to thank them, they would do a super thanks, and that would be like paying for the pattern.
Yeah, it was like I've gotten
Australia. Hello, Dorothy.
up until Ireland. I did, yeah, Ireland. I got one, but Saddleback I didn't. But the Ireland. What did I do before Ireland? I don't remember.
What did I do before Ireland?
Oh my gosh, I don't
Where
remember.
was England?
But like my
Okay,
blankets, yeah, it was Ireland, date night, and my other blankets. Somebody I don't know every time gives me a huge super thanks,
Good.
and I'm like, oh, it brings me to tears because it's like they think that much of my work. And then seeing people, what is the word? Making your stuff.
Right.
That's big fuzzies right there. Especially
Yeah.
when they show it off, like or when they buy the pattern or whatever. It just gives you big fuzzies.
That's great. It is.
But this
Uh,
is I knew what I was getting at. No, I really didn't have an idea what the hell I was getting into when I started YouTube, wanting to be a pure tutorial channel. But it is challenging, but it's also fun.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if you enjoy doing it.
Some of the friendships along the way help too.
Yes. And I know some people have hated on some friendships that I've made along the way.
That's our problem.
Jealousy because they're really big
Mm-hmm.
creators, but it's like, they sought me out. I didn't seek them out. One of them who ended up becoming a really good friend now, it was just a surprise thing. Hey, because I wanted to invite him on the Christmas live, and Panda was just like, what's the worst he can say is no. I didn't expect him to pop up, Mikey.
Mikey.
Yeah, as soon as he popped up, I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then, getting to know him, and then him, last month had me and Andrea up there on his own live, and it's like, and me and him talk quite a bit. And it's just getting.
It's neat seeing Fiber Spider up on chats too, up on panels.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to be going on his this weekend.
I think the biggest thing that I like on my channel is big YouTubers such as yourself
I'm not big.
will bless me in my live and say hello. I don't care that you're there the entire 2 hours. You popped in and said hi. That's all I care about. You showed me that I could go to yours at the same time. I see a lot of content creators that you come to my live, but you never see them in your life. They never say hello in your life. So then it makes you think, you could be the mean monster. And that happens to me quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. Why do I go and spend my hour watching you playing your bingo and stuff, and you don't grace my door whatsoever?
Yeah. Well, see, that's like, we talked, after the very first live I did with you guys, we talked after for a while too.
Mm-hmm.
And you even said, Ivy, you're going to blow up. And when you do, don't be one of those that forget where you came from.
Remember, don't forget where you came from. Right.
Meaning,
but you said peon, but
it wasn't because of us. No, you did not blow up because of us.
You're part
blew
of
up
it.
Because of your knowledge, your friendships, your craftiness, your craft. That's what you blew up for. It wasn't because of me or Jen. No, I won't. I will never take that credit.
No, but you're part of it because you guys have been there since almost day one with me. But I mean, everybody's part of it. The 63,000 are part of it, and but I remember sitting there backstage after we got done with the live. You're like, you had a feeling I was going to blow up, and when I do, don't forget where I came from, and that has stuck with me since day one. And that's why I go into lives when I can. Now, there's times I can't because I am trying to create something that I have to pay attention to.
Panda told on you.
Or I am sleeping because there's like that. I'll get 4 hours of sleep most days, but then once every 2 weeks, I will sleep 12 hours.
Yeah.
But I try to go into all the lives that I can, regardless of who they are. I just try because it's like I don't want to be one of those where an ego comes into play.
All right.
You all guys are what helped me get to where I'm at. I want to be able to give back as much as I can. And if I can just go into a live and say hi, and that makes a person's day, that's what that's all I can give back right now.
That's all I think a lot of content creators only want that is come in and say hi. let me know. I mean, you're the biggest one that's ever stepped in my channel and said hi with your 60,000 and plus followers. You're the biggest channel that ever comes in my live and says hi.
Right.
I think that's awesome. I am like,
And hang out and
Yeah.
chat.
what
even.
And-
it ain't fangirling when you pop in. What's it called? What is it when he pops in? What would it be called? You know, if Crystal popped in, I would be fangirling.
That's a different
So if
story.
Michael pops in, what is Michael?
Habada.
A what?
Habada. Come on over your words.
Girl.
You're here.
But, you know, I just like to,
Sleep.
I even go, I mean, there's my subscription list is forever long. And if there's somebody that has 200 subscribers live, I'm going to pop in for a few minutes.
I think you should. I think it's great.
And I'm all over the place. Like after here, I'm probably going to jump on to Jessica's for a minute or just for a few minutes before I have to eat dinner.
Oh, I have to go over there and do John. Everybody's got
all over.
2 names over there.
Yep. I get excited when anybody comes into my life. I'm just like, hey, hi, it's so cool seeing you here.
And I do too. I like to genuinely try to greet everybody that comes in when I'm doing my lives, because you're taking the time to come to me and watch me and listen to my annoying voice and hear me geek out about Tunisian crochet. The least I could do is acknowledge you're there.
I love geeks and I love nerds. Maybe one of these days when I grow up, I'll be one. I'm going to show up with a pocket protector over here one day. I finally made geek status.
They still make
you know, I've
those.
seen there's like some channels, and that's what I'm trying to not do is, you know, when they get bigger, they get a little bit of an ego and they look at channels as peons.
They do.
Yeah.
And they even talk to you.
That way.
I find some people talk to you as, I know they don't watch me because I'm not a beginner crocheter. Nowhere near it.
Yeah.
When they talk to me as if this is how you do a single crochet. Don't talk to me that way. I could teach you that.
But they have to do it. I get it, because they have to do it for everybody.
Right.
You know? And you can, okay, skip.
Yeah. I want you to skip to something you're teaching me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Michael does teach me a lot on the Tunisian, because I did Tunisian, I'm saying years ago, like I said, back at Woolworth, when I heard Tunisian, but I gave up on it because it curled up. No one, not even the books would say it was normal to curl up. So I would rip it out, start all over. It did the same thing. To the point was, I don't like doing something over that's not working. But not one book said that was normal. Now, I don't know if they say it today, that it is normal for it to curl up.
It is.
Yeah, we know that. But
Yeah.
when they were first doing it, and I'm saying early 80s maybe, when I heard of it, I didn't know it was normal for it to curl up. So I just gave up on the entire process of Tunisian and said, oh, that was difficult because I couldn't get it to flatten out.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't learn how to do it.
Yeah.
I was frustrated with it curling up.
Well, and that's the whole thing with like my channel is I want to be beginner friendly, but I want to tell you, you know, what could throw you off of doing Tunisian is normal. You know, I'm not going to sit there and say, well, if you're curling, go up 3-4 needle sizes. No, it's normal. You can deal with it after you're done.
Right.
Blocking.
You know, you could block it, wash it, block it, do whatever. But just create. And I guess some people, or even some of the bigger YouTubers are saying that I rejuvenated and started a resurgence back into Tunisian. I don't see that. But, Craig's told me, Mikey's told me, and I'm just like, I don't see that, but okay. As long as people are trying it, that's all I care about.
Well, as soon as I get me a set of them, or I guess one. I do have one. I mean, but I kind of like to want to do a top, but I can't do it in something like this. But
You probably could.
It's going to be a lot of
It would
bunching,
be-
but you could. I mean, heck, I did my very first blanket on one of these. Don't ask me how I fit it all on here, because I did.
Because they squish in. They do. It squishes.
Yeah.
You bet. You could do it. But I don't know that you would get your sizing. I don't know.
Right.
You probably would. Me, never. But you probably
But if
nail
you're
it.
going to do a top and you do it in panels, you could do it on one of those easy.
not my sexy look.
He said panels. Is it time to basement him?
He goes in timeout. I don't like doing panels.
Oh.
Too funny.
That's too much sewing at the end.
But see, that's done in panels.
Oh.
Now, my first sweater, which we call
You
that thing
probably
the
could have
Arctic
done
sweater.
it without panels.
Oh, yeah, I could have, but I was going pretty much conversion for Bag a Day.
Mm-hmm.
She did it in panels. I'm doing it in panels.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar stitches. Just mine's Tunisian, hers not.
Right.
Like my very first sweater I did, that thing is rated for the Arctic, just so you know. It was all completely in the round. And I had no idea back then what I was doing. But it looks freaking great.
Right.
So I'm like, well, I wore it one day when it was a -15 outside, and I was sweating in it. I'm like, okay, this thing, let's send this to Antarctica. One of them scientists can wear it.
That's great, Nessa.
Good job, Nessa. Good night.
Good night, Nessa.
I too have to say goodnight. I think if I just hit the leave button, will it stay up for you guys to keep going?
No, we can end it if you want to end it. It's fine.
We
with
can
me.
end it.
I
got to get back to my, where I haven't done anything all week.
Oh,
According to
God.
Michael. I have to get back to that.
Oh, I gotta eat dinner.
Oh boy.
So, here's what. Wait, let me show you one thing. If I got it. So here's what I've been working on. So I'm gonna end up telling what I'm doing. I want to make a sleeve, but I want it done. Michael, don't get any inspiration from this.
I see that. I don't.
Right, Nessa. Thank you for
So
coming.
here's my sleeve, but I
Uh-huh.
want it. You see how it is?
Yes.
I want it to go all the way around. Doesn't that look so cute?
That would look really pretty, though.
Yes. Yes.
So it'll be like this. So it'll actually go in a spiral around.
Oh, cool.
You think that'd be cool?
That
Yeah.
does. That would look really cool. I like, especially with those colors. Those 3 colors just work so phenomenal together.
So here's the thing. Did this like. So it's part of, I haven't done anything, Michael, this week.
I'm not going to live that down, am I?
You would not believe how many times I have took this apart, chained it out, laid it up there, think I got it right, only that it didn't turn out. I thought if I did it this way, straight, I wouldn't get my straight edge. It would be if I squared it up. It'd be half of one of these. Is
Yeah.
what it would be. But you wouldn't believe how many times I took it out to redo it, to say, all right, let me go to beadwork. So I went to beadwork and come back to this. So that's what I'm working on. So I guess you can all tell what it's going to be now.
Wow.
It looks pretty, though. I like those those 3 colors. Just, oh my gosh, they work really well together.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a cardigan. I think it's going to look really, really pretty.
You bet. Everything
So
you do is. I'm going to
that's
keep working on my vest.
it's beautiful. Your vest is very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Just the back. We'll see what the front turns out to be. I have what I think it should be, and then there's the tutorial. You know,
There you go.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I'll end up making it my own for sure.
All righty.
Michael, anything else you'd like to say tonight before we leave?
I just want to thank you all, especially you two, because you two gave me the courage to do lives. You two put me at ease so much, and just it helped me more than y'all would ever know.
Okay, so we have a date a year from today. Put that on your calendar.
Whatever that Tuesday may be. Yes.
Yes.
A reunion again. Reunion.
And I'll be here because I've got 10 years worth of content
Ooh, that's
on my
good.
list.
Well,
It might
and
be
is
the
she-
day that he has to sleep 12 hours, but he'll make it.
If by then I'm still if I'm sleeping.
Right. All right.
We'll wake you up. Michael,
Michael.
Panda, Michael, get him.
Panda, wake Michael up. Give him the pokes.
Right.
Poke Michael. Jess. Are you still alive, Jess? Are we coming over there? We're going to bombard you over there. If not, I'm going back to crocheting.
Yeah, she's still alive.
All right. Is that where we're going?
I was going to head
No.
over there after I use the restroom for a few
Again?
minutes.
Again?
It's been an hour and a half.
Oh my God. No wonder.
And I've had a lot of caffeine.
I didn't see you drink
I
anything
miss
for
you
an hour
people.
and a half.
Caffeine.
It's so awesome, honey. That's okay. I do like
Caffeine.
food. Oh,
Stacked right up there, aren't you?
Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew.
Well,
No
there's
water.
Diet Dr. Pepper in here.
No
But
water.
All righty. Odie doty.
Thank
You
you,
have peed,
everybody, for
Seven?
coming, spending your
Yeah.
time with us and with Michael. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Mhm. Thank you, Michael.
no, thank y'all.
Woo!
And thank you all.
All right, yeah. Have a great night. Thank you.
Adios, amigo. Love y'all.
Good night.
See you later on the streets.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Bye.
No.